Many artists use nature as an inspiration for their work, but Arlene Knaak is a clay artist that is not only inspired by nature, she incorporates it into her work in a unique way, creating beautiful pieces of art that bring the beauty of the outdoors inside to enjoy year-round.
I took my first clay class in high school. I think I was a junior in Rhode Island, and I just fell in love with it, and I've been doing clay ever since. I've kept my hands in it. I've taken classes along the way and bought clay wherever I could, and moved here right after high school, got married and moved to Tennessee, and we've been here for 50 years. I've taken mostly functional clay classes for pottery, dishes, cups, things like that. But I did start off sculpting with sculpture, and I still have a piece from my first clay class in high school. I just decided to do a sculpture, and I did it, and we cast it and poured it in plaster, and so I just went on from there. I was making busts and heads and all kinds of things like that. Mostly all my functional pieces were wheel thrown, although I did do some hand building of functional cups and things like that. And that's what I really like to do, is hand building rather than wheel throwing and glazing and all that. My daughter was making cement garden pieces with casting of leaves into the cement, and she said, "Mom, why don't you try doing some of that with your clay?" So I did. I started pressing some flowers into my cups, and I just somehow I got moved into tiles and doing tile wall murals. And so that's what I do. I use plants from just right around the area to press into my clay, press it right into the wet clay. And then they're dried and fired and painted and mounted. It's such an easy medium. You're not stuck with what you're making. You can just redo it. And I don't know. I just love the smell of the clay and the firing and just everything about it. Mainly it's my plants. That's what inspires me, really. So during the winter, we have kind of a hard time. So I try to build up my inventory during the summer because there's just so many beautiful wildflowers and weeds and all kinds of things like that. I have a slab roll. I roll out the clay, I cut out the tiles, I make the impressions. They're stored between boards of drywall, and then they're fired in the kiln, a low fire, Bix fire. And then they're painted, and then I do a smoke fire outside at straw. So it gives it the smoky background. And it also turns the stains that I use, hopefully, to an iridescent color. So I love that. I think if anybody is motivated to be in art, and they just have to find what they would like to do. And I have people that ask me what advice I would give them, and I would always say that you need to have some financial backing. You need to have a job, and to afford, you have to buy your equipment, and you don't want to go into debt for it. I don't think I'd recommend necessarily clay. I think it would be a good idea to just take workshops in different areas to see what they really like to do. I don't give classes. I used to give classes, but yeah, somebody was interested in clay. I had a student out here a couple of weeks ago that's very interested in tile work. So, you know, I told her a lot of my methods that I use. We were looking for a place out in the country, and we were in Hendersonville, and the closer we came here to with the hills, that's where I wanted to be. I just wanted to be there. I don't know, maybe I'm a hermit or something, I don't know. But we've been here so long, and there's no other place we want to be, really. And also, the Appalachian Center for Crafts is nearby. And I worked there and went to school there, and I'm in the gallery there, so that was a big plus.